Welcome to Outside the Ring. I am here with my guest, Evan Encore.
Thank you so much for having me. It's great. It's great to be here.
Absolutely. So I'm sorry by asking, how long have you been wrestling before?
So I've been wrestling for almost a year, a little under a year now. So everything has been kind of going like super fast, and it's great.
Yeah. How'd you come up with the ring name Evan Encore?
So when I was a kid, I had the WWE games, like the WWE SmackDown versus Raw 2K and all of that. And so the superstar that I created, his name was Evan. Originally, it was Evan Escobar, which was like a nod to like my Latin heritage.
Mm.
But I changed it to Encore when I started wrestling because and I'm an actor and I do a lot of like theater and stuff like that. And so I wanted something to tie into like the performance aspect, like an
Mhm.
encore to like do it again. So then I took like, the superstar from 2K and like a part of myself, and then I put them together and I thought it was good.
Working out.
Yeah.
I know you said you've been only doing it for a little under a year, but do you have any favorite matches or moments from your career so far?
Favorite match from my career so far. I've only had a few, but I recently did a tag team match with my tag team partner Miles Montaigne, and we went against those effing guys at CCW for the Chicago Tag Team Championships, and that was like it was crazy. It was an absolute like banger of a match. Like it was the crowd was involved, so that definitely has been like the my favorite moment of my career so far.
Talking about tag teams and tag team matches, last Friday actually, back at LCW, you teamed with King Kong Coleman, and it didn't end so well for you guys. It ended up with you basically getting beat down. It was,
Yeah, I that was I was in foreign territory. I was tagging with someone who I was unfamiliar with, and he really let me down. He let me down because I was expecting him to help me, but I just got double teamed, and then he brutally attacked me. And here comes H5, and they're just beating me down. They're all just jealous of me. Like I feel like everybody is like they're jealous because I'm so awesome. And so that's why everybody's always trying to attack me because like they're just jealous. So it didn't go as well. It didn't go how I planned, but the next time I see any of them, it's definitely on site. It's on site.
where did you start wrestling at? Like, what was your first promotion?
So I started at the Missile Dropkick Wrestling Association, the MDWA. That's they have a training school. So I trained there. And so I trained there, and they also have their a promotion attached to the school. So after, when I was ready when I was ready and I had sufficient training, I went right into having matches for the MDWA. So that's kind of where I started off. Yeah.
How did you hear about LCW? Did they reach out to you or did you find out about them?
So after I had, some matches under my belt for MDWA, I started kind of, trying to get my name out there and starting reaching out to other others, and
Mhm,
yeah, he was one of the people. I mean, they were the promotion that I kind of, pitched Evan Encore to, and so definitely, I've just been trying to, just get my name out there a lot more. It's been great.
mhm. And you were, like, part of history as being on LCW's first show?
Yeah, that was a really a special moment to be able to be a part of the first one, and it was, to be in there with, you know, Coleman, who would eventually attack me, but it was great to be a part of that first show. I felt really honored that he put me on there, so
Mhm.
it was great.
Who would you say were or are some of your toughest opponents that you faced?
Definitely Mad Dog Matt Valentino. I've faced him 3 times now, and he's tough. Like,
Mm,
he's tough. So he would definitely be my toughest opponent that I face. I feel like everywhere I go, I just see him, and he's always trying to beat me up. But you know what? One of these days, I'm gonna get him. I'm gonna get him.
mm. You don't wanna get on his bad side. Whoever you did, apparently you must be on his bad side or something.
You know what? I've faced him multiple times, and I ain't scared of him. I mean, he could come with whatever he wants. He could come with whatever partner or whatever he got, but I'm not scared of him.
Who is someone you would want to face in the future?
Ooh, that's a good one. Definitely one of my dream matches here on the Indies was I would love to face Freedom Ramsey in I know where he's in MDWA with me and CCW, but I would love to face Freedom Ramsey if I ever could. I mean, I think that would be an absolute banger. But also, I've been looking kind of at the SCW guys, and there are a few guys that I've really kind of like noticed that I would kind of like maybe maybe some of the congregation or Guerrero, Joseph
Mhm.
Antonio Guerrero. I think he's pretty good too. So I'd love to get in the ring with any of those guys, honestly. So that's kind of yeah.
Careful saying you wanna face congregation. Once you face one of them, you're gonna get on the bad
Yeah,
side of all of them.
yeah, I've been watching, and you know what? I got some friends too. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got some backups. So if they wanna if they wanna pull the numbers game, I'm ready.
I'm sure you can count on Jonte Keith. He has his own little bone with him.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Um, so growing up, who were some of your favorites to watch?
So my guy who like really like when I like started watching, I was like, whoa. For me, it was John Morrison. I love he's just so flashy, and I love like his style, and like with the shades and everything. So I really loved him. He was kind of like what I thought like a superstar should be, like he was the whole
Mhm,
package to me. Also, one of my favorites of all time is Rob Van Dam. Um, and I just loved just how he would just was carefree and didn't just fly in the air, and
mhm.
like was just like he was just so cool to me. So those were like two of my favorites that kind of really inspired me to kind of get into wrestling.
So you're more in the based off those 2 answers, I'm gonna guess you're more into the high flying.
Yeah,
Nothing
yeah,
wrong with that.
yeah, kind of, yeah.
When constructing your moveset, did you take inspiration from either of them or anyone that you've seen?
um yeah, I definitely took some, like inspirations in terms of like kind of like the style, and like how I move. I'm kind of like tall.
Mhm,
So like a lot of my opponents I'm taller than. I have like long legs. So I do like lots of kicks and like strikes and
mhm,
stuff like that. So I kind of take like, what I have and then apply it as well as, try to do some stuff that, kind of like my inspirations did as well. So
mhm.
that's kind of what kind of where that came from.
Talking about RVD, do you think we'll ever see Evan Encore attempt a five-star frog splash?
I did a 5-star frog splash in my tag match in CCW. I did do a frog splash. That was my first time like going to the top rope, and there's a first time for everything. But I did it, and I definitely tried to channel RVD with that one. I had to land on because he was beating up my partner, so I had to
Mm,
jump on him. You know what I mean? So I just had to go with it. So I did do that before.
mm. I know you said you want to face the congregation, but if you pick one member out of the three to face,
Oh,
let's hear
I
it.
know. I just have probably if I had to face one, probably Ashura, probably him.
Mhm.
I know. Yeah, I've when I was working at MDWA, I know he was there, and I don't know. We're kind of I don't know. I feel like that I probably want to face him. I've
Oh,
seen all of them. They're great. So I was like, you
mhm,
know what? I like a challenge. I like I like to, be challenged. And I was like, okay, it doesn't get better than that. So, maybe just that's kind of where
mm. I
yeah,
could see you guys putting on a good match.
I appreciate it.
I was gonna say if you were gonna say Father Marquise, might have a tough time with that one. He's the
Oh
champion
yeah,
down there.
yeah. But
Uh,
like I said though, I got partners, I got friends, I got backup. So you know what I'm
mhm,
saying? Like if they I've been seeing them, if they try to pull their shenanigans, I'll come ready.
well, so I have for you. Thank you for taking the time.
Yeah, no problem. Thank you so much for having me, dude. It's been really great.
So you have a good one.
You too.